Okay, here's the story. I don't really understand science very much. It seems like a very new thing, even though we had alchemy back in the day and all that stuff. But here's what drives me crazy. Light years, geology. 65 million years ago, the dinosaurs were on Earth, and then they got extinct by an asteroid that they think landed in the Yucatan Peninsula. Okay, 65 million years. Nice clean number. Where do you get that from? And all these different ages and how many different hominids we've had. And my biggest question is, what the hell's a light year? How did they figure that out? Light year to me makes no sense whatsoever. It's ridiculous. This astronomical unit of how long it takes for light to travel in a year. They say light travels 186,000 miles per second. These are most like insane calculations, but in a lot of cases they seem to be right. But when they start going, this is 10,000 years old, and this rock is 3,500 years old, or 3 million years old, and it came from Mars, or it came from, the orbit cloud, the Oort cloud, in the asteroid belt. These things are insane to me, okay? Here's what I do know, or here's at least what I think. Number one, I do believe in God. But I do believe that under God there are maybe other gods or angels, whatever you want to call them. Maybe a lot of them look different, because if you think about it, guys, here's the kicker. This world is huge, this Earth, all right? Relatively speaking, though, in the universe, it's very small. I'm driving right now. I'm not looking at the screen, by the way. Why does everybody look so darn different? Why is it that there's white, there's black, there's different shades of whatever you may want to call it, brown skin, and so on and so forth? Why is it that certain cultures are really short, certain cultures are really tall? Some have a lot of blonde hair, some have strictly black straight hair, some have eyes that orientalize, slanted. Again, I'm not making fun of anybody here. I'm just pointing out that we all look so different. On top of that, there are so many languages out there that how did that even begin to happen to begin with? That freaks me out. In the Bible, it says that there was the Tower of Babel, so on and so forth. God spread language, so not everybody can be able to communicate with each other, and so on and so forth, and different things that you can read in the Bible. But, guys, don't tell me that climate and geography are the main reasons why a Chinese person looks different than a Mexican person, or somebody who lives in Canada looks different than an Australian person. None of that makes any sense to me at all, okay? It can't all be due to climate. And why are certain people a lot shorter than others? Like if you go to Germany, I don't know, the average height is somewhere around like a 5'11", 6 feet. If you go to Mexico, it's somewhere around like 5'6", 5'7". Now, I don't have the exact accurate numbers on this, but I know that it's close. My point is, why is it so different? Why so many different languages? Okay, now here's what I'm getting at. Maybe it is aliens, or the angels, or the other gods that the all-almighty powerful God that I believe in put them here. And maybe there are all these different races and cultures and languages because there's so many different types of gods or aliens or angels or whatever it may be. That's why we look different. That's why we speak differently. That makes logical sense. Not geography, not climate, okay? Those are logical explanations in my opinion, because the climate in Russia is very similar to the climate, I would say, in China. Why do they look so different? Okay, answer me that without climate and geography. And if you do have climate and geography, I would really, really love to hear you explain to me why, because I still don't get it. Maybe I'm naive, but again, so many different looking people, so many different languages. We don't know how long exactly it's all been going on for, but scientists will spit out numbers like 65 million years ago. The Earth is 4.3 billion years old. The universe is 13.7 billion years old. And this rock is from about 200 years old. And this stone carving is from about 5,000 years old. And the pyramids were built in 3000 BC. And Stonehenge was built in 3500 BC. Give me a freaking break. Just say you don't know, it's okay. We're not going to get mad at you, all right? You got a job, you're doing great, all right? Theories change all the time. Technology, where did that come from? The freaking sky? Explain that one to me. Technology doesn't even make sense. Where has it been all these thousands and millions and billions of years? I don't know. So many questions to be asked and answered. I guess that's philosophy, that's the wonderment, that's also faith. If you believe in religion, if you believe in God, if you don't, that's your prerogative. In no way am I trying to shape anybody's opinion. I'm merely just asking and wondering how all these different things came to be. I'd love to hear your answers.